Yo, what's up? It's your boy Currency 365. Hope you guys are doing well. Legends never die, they stay in our hearts. If you want to support us, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and also you can come down here and hit the join button under the video or in our channel section. And you can also join our Patreon, patreon.com/currency365. And we also have Cash App and also PayPal for supports if you want to sow some seeds. Peace out. God bless. Enjoy the video and keep the movement going. Legends. Bye. All right, welcome back to Currency 365. Hope you guys are doing well. It is April 6th, 2024. All right, so the men's NCAA kickoff today, Final Four, right? So that was crazy last night. Everybody's screaming, college basketball and sports are rigged. Yeah, everybody. Look, I've been saying this for years, right? And now you have literally half the world every time we're in a championship game or whatever, everybody's screaming rigged, rigged, rigged because they could blatantly see that it's rigged, right? So, several calls last night in that UConn Iowa game, blatantly call, just blatantly. Now, some of them were close, but man, some of the balls out of balance was clearly off of Iowa. Caitlin Clark dropping her shoulders, that was a clear charge. You know what I mean? There's blatant calls, but at the same time, we know it's rigged. And guys and girls, there's big money on Caitlin Clark. Like, they need her in the finals. It's great for college basketball, for women's college basketball. Like, they need her in the finals, right? Um, so that's why I don't, it's a game, guys and girls. Like, people were going completely nuts. I don't let it bother me anymore because I know it's a game. I know it's rigged. I know it's big money. Just like you know, Taylor Swift shows up and the Chiefs win a Super Bowl. So it's like, hey man, it is what it is. Just leave it. Don't let it destroy your life, man. Just enjoy your life. Know that these things are rigged and enjoy your life, man. The world is staged. The world is a big matrix stage, and unfortunately, a lot of you guys are just finding that out. Some of you guys have been with me for a long time, and so you've been awakened is what we call it. You guys have been awakened a long time ago, but some of you guys are just new, and you guys are finding out and it sucks. It sucks to find out that you've been lied to your entire life. you know, and now you have to reprogram yourself to realize that the world is staged and 90% of things you see on television and all these things, many of these people are sold out to the satanic kingdom and Luciferian agendas and New World Order bestiality and all these beast things and they're against you. They are your enemies. It sucks to realize that. It sucks to realize that people in Congress have sold out America in other countries. It sucks to realize these things. It sucks, man. It sucks to realize that your calendars are wrong. Your holiday, your worship, the things that you worship and the things that you celebrate on the holidays are completely false. Right? It sucks to realize these things. Right? It sucks to realize that most of the world is controlled with mind control, right? And it really does suck. And it's hard to comprehend it, and it's hard, but a lot of you guys are going through that process now, and it's really difficult. And so I just want to give you guys some encouragement. I've been through it. A lot of us here have been through it all, and and the good thing is that once you go through it and you accept you accept that this is that you're in a matrix. You're in a matrix. It's all staged, and everything's coded. All these big events that they do are all coded. And this is why the Simpsons can predict it all, 20 years in advance, because it's all coded. Um, all these once you realize all this and you're able to understand that sports is rigged, everything is rigged. Um, the food you eat is most of the food you eat is fake. Like and it's like once you realize all these things, then you can have peace. Then you can start to live, right? And then you can start to take action. And that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. That's why we're in the reset. That's why we're in this war on the reset, because people have awakened, right? Not part of the woke agenda and that liberalism bullcrap and satanicism, but and beast thing, but awaken. We have awakened to to who we are in Christ. We have awakened to our God spirit. We have awakened to our powers, right? And we have awakened to this world, and that's why we are going through this reset. And this is a battle. This is a spiritual battle. It's a physical battle, and it is a battle to reset the world here and take down satanic kingdoms and people and infrastructures, and also change things around here, for the good, so that the kingdom people are no longer at the bottom where we're not supposed to be, but we reset and the kingdom people are at the top. And that's what we're going to see. That's where we're coming into, right? These next several years, we're going to see the kingdom people, just like we're seeing women rise over the last 10 years. This is the shift, right? We're in. And then we're going to see kingdom people go from the bottom to the top, right? And kingdom people will be leading the world, right? And so that's the big shift that we're in right now. Even if we're in the beast system and all these things, we're going to be outside of that, right? The kingdom people won't be affected by that, right? We're gonna have our own stuff, our own communities, our own things. So get ready for that, right? So, anyways, that's what's happening. That's what's happening. That is what's happening. All right. Okay. So Terraluna Classic, is just hanging in there, right? So we had some good news on Coinbase. It looks like Coinbase defeated the SEC on something. I don't know what happened with that. I can't remember. It was something about Coinbase. I guess the judge says that I'm not sure if it was a jury or a judge said that these all coins and these cryptos and these things are not securities on secondary exchanges or secondary markets. Okay, so that was a big win for Coinbase there. All right, so it doesn't really affect the markets that much today. I don't think a lot of people know about it because a lot of people are probably busy, fishing and all types of doing other things, sporting events, of course, the Final Four and stuff. So a lot of people probably don't even know that big news came out that Coinbase got a big win over the SEC on that one. So and so maybe later today, we'll have big money pour in. But it is a Saturday, so who knows, right? But it is allowing the markets to go back up, and so that's a good thing. So we are holding that 13. That news came out just in time. For that, to us to hold this 13, so that was pretty good. So that was good to hold that news, for that news to come out at that time. All right, so let's look at Terra Luna, um, Do and TFL loss. And I did say I was going to talk about it today, so let's talk about it. So Do and TFL were found by a jury for liable of fraud. So they were charged by a jury for fraud. Okay, frauding investors. So it's a civil case. It's not a criminal case, right? So in a civil case, the judge now is going to have to rule of penalties and fines and settlements and stuff. Okay, so that's what it's about. So it's not a criminal case where they're going to prison. Anybody's going to prison. It's a civil case. So it's just how much money they're going to have to spend, take out. So um, and so in a civil case, that you don't have to be delisted and all that stupid stuff, right? So we got all these people talking about delist them. No, you don't have. It's a civil case, guys. It's just pay your fines, pay your penalties, and keep it moving, right? So we're gonna see now what happens now that they have been charged with this. Do they go from a civil case to a criminal case now, because they have been fined, charged with by a jury for fraud, right? So I don't know how that's going to work out. Or are they going to just keep it civil, pay the fine, and then keep it moving? Because God did tell Apostle that it will be a quick case, and look, it has been a quick case, right? And he also told her that XRP case would fade in the background because it's over. Right, they're just waiting for a either pay the settlement, or the final judgment is either pay a fine or all charges drop. They're waiting on that. But why are they waiting on that? Why aren't they? Why isn't XRP case over already? Right? It's, in my opinion, it's because they're waiting on the perfect time. Right? They're waiting on a perfect scenario. I'm not going to talk about it because that's for people on Patreon. And but matter of fact, that's for nobody, because these are things that I need to keep to myself. Right? So there's certain things that I need to keep to myself, and I mean that you don't want to say, because it could really bring really big harm to you and your family. So and God did warn me about that, and so I'm not gonna even say anything. Okay. When God warns you about stuff, you gotta make sure you take up on it, right? So it's not being a coward, because I could say whatever I want, but if God tells me, or a prophetic person, a prophet tells me, hey, God says, be careful on that. Don't, just keep that to yourself. Then I'm gonna have to. I make sure I heed the warning, right? So it's not being a coward. It's just being smart, right? Because I can say whatever I want, and if things happen, it happens. And I go out like Tupac, But yeah, God wants us to be smart, right? Okay. Okay, so anyways, so that's what's happening, and we got a lot of things coming with that. So that's all we're gonna say. Let's and so Terra Luna did drop down to my price. I mean, it didn't even get down to 79 cents after this. They lost the Terra Luna and TFL and Doquan lost the civil case there. And it didn't even drop to 79. Maybe it will, but maybe it still will. I don't know, but maybe this is just the first leg, and then now it's resting, and then it's going to do another leg down. I don't know. But I thought this thing was going to flush down. I was like, man, I'm going to have the opportunity to grab some Luna here really cheap, and stake it, right? Because they're not going anywhere, you know. And now that the case is finishing up, and the judge is gonna rule their penalties and fines and stuff, that's it, and and they said they're gonna keep fighting it, because the U.S. doesn't have any jurisdiction to do the things that they're doing to them, because they don't live in America, and they don't do nothing is none of their companies are in America. So how does America have any jurisdiction on them? Is crazy, right? So, and how are they going to pay the fine, right? How are they going to pay the fine? They don't live in America. They're not from America. Well, how are they going to pay and most of them have cryptocurrencies. So how are they going to pay the fine? You see what I'm saying? It's like America's just doing it as a big show of authority and power. Like, yeah, we're gonna get you, Doquan, even though we don't have any power to get you. We don't have any jurisdiction to get you. We're just gonna get you, and we're gonna say you owe us $2 billion, Doquan. Never step foot in America. We'll lock you up. Doquan's like, I don't even come to America, man. What are you talking about? So it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But anyways, yeah, I think most people are like we're glad that it's over, right? It's not over yet. The judge has to make his penalties, and then once the judge gives his penalty out, and the fines and penalties, then it's over. And I think that's when Doquan's gag order is over as well, right? Yeah, and they've also Doquan, they stopped they annulled and stopped Doquan going to South Korea. So when the judge makes his ruling and his fines, that should be it. The case is over. Doquan's gag order should be removed, and Doquan is sitting there in Montenegro. He should have his passport back and everything. And Doquan's gonna be looking around like, I can go. I'm like, well, let's go. Private jet to Dubai. Here we go. Habibi, come to Dubai. You know what I mean? So that could be like literally within the next 4 days. So this is gonna get really good here. You know what I mean? So we'll see how it all plays out. Matter of fact, Monday, I wouldn't be surprised if the judge ruled on Monday the 8th. And Dokwon is and they rule TFL and Dokwon to pay a $1 billion fine, and that's it. And Dokwon's gag order is over, and he can speak again. And Dokwon maybe tweets on April 8th or April 9th or 10th, says it's over. We're free now. You know what I mean? So that would be crazy. That would be awesome. So, anyways, I guess we'll see how that plays out. Um, they couldn't get him to America, and then they couldn't get him to South Korea. He's about to be set free from the fat lady and head to Dubai, and instead of shop, I believe he's going to launch the UST 2.0, but we'll see how that plays out, won't we? Okay, so let's see here. USTC is actually in the green, pumping to the upside a little bit here, almost 1%. Volume is dying. Volume is at 6 million, so nobody's trading this thing in and out. It's not like we burned the entire supply. We still have 8.9 billion tokens. So it's not like mint cash or burn it all validator burn it all down in like 1 billion tokens and there's barely any liquidity. We still have 8.9 billion tokens. I mean, there's tokens. Speaking of liquidity, there's tokens out there like Theta with only 1 billion tokens, and they got plenty of liquidity. They got almost 55 to like 50 to 60% of their tokens are locked up from staking, and they still don't. They never complain about liquidity, right? So, um, you know what I mean? So, I mean, 8.9 billion tokens is a lot of tokens, guys. So, it is what it is. All right, so we got to keep fighting to get that taken, done up. Also, Brad is going to be doing for the Burning All Validator. Brad's going to be doing a stake party on the solar eclipse on April 8th. So it's everybody that's in the doing the event as that's participating in the event here on YouTube or Twitter or Facebook or Telegram or Patreon. Um, all he's requiring is you to stake 100,000 lung tokens. That's it. 100,000 lung tokens. I don't even know what the price of lung is right now. We just looked at it. I can't remember what it was though. Was it 13 something? Let me see. LUNC. I think it was 13. Yeah. So 100,000 lung tokens is only $13, guys. So a million, if he said a million, it's $133. He was like, no, I can't do that. Okay, but 100,000 lung tokens, stake it with the Burn Law Validator on April 8th is $13. Everybody has $13, right? So, yeah, so you can do that. You can do a couple of them. You can do a couple of 100,000, maybe 400,000, 200,000, 800,000, whatever you want to do, right? So everybody, let's join the stake party and stake with the Burnout Validator 100,000. On April 8th for the solar eclipse. So let's get it. Let's get it. All right. Let me see. Okay, the market's just going up. Well, it was, and then it pulled back. So I don't know. We can't believe what Binance says anyway. Every time everything changes. So you can see that Bitcoin's at 68,000. It has come back up from 65. 65, 64 was the low. It came all the way back up to 68. Not bad, especially if you went long on there on Margex and you made some money on there, right? Trading on Margex there with your leverage positions, your 10x, 50x, 100x, you made some money to the upside. You made money on the downside too, right? If you were on Patreon and you heard the sell signal on Bitcoin a couple of days ago, you made money on the way down, right, to 64, and now you can go. You probably, if you went long from 64 up to 68 here, you can take some, maybe take half off the table or three-fourths off the table and then ride the rest, right? And then put your stop loss in at like 67 70 750 or 749 or something like that, right? At key levels. And then stop out. If you get stopped out, cool. You're in profit. You're good. All right. Always put stop losses every time something goes up. Instead of just watching it closely, just move your stop losses up, and then you don't have to worry about. You don't have to sit there all day and worry on the computer. Just move your stop losses up every time you see that something is up, up, up. Just keep moving your stop losses up so that if it pulls back, you cash out. All right, so you can see Bitcoin Cash up nicely there, and the rest of the tokens here in the top 100. All right, so uh, Injective is doing well, 9%. And Phantom's up 5% over the last 24 hour. Wormhole up 16%. Nice. All right. And Pendle continues to skyrocket here. And ENA is up 16%. Flare's up 13%, 23% on the week. Nice. We got the big divvy coming up, divvy payment coming up on the 11th. So I'm thinking people are, but also Flare Network has meme coins now launching on there, and they're doing really well. So a couple of Flare meme coins have exploded on Flare. So Flare has a couple of meme coins on there, and can you imagine if Flare Network it becomes one of the places to launch meme coins? You're talking about a $1 to $5 Flare token very quickly, right? So if we get more meme coins, if people start launching successful meme coins on Flare that start to do 50 million, 100 million in volume, 300 million in volume. Well, guess what? When people cash out, they cash out back to Flare, right? And all that big money is going to start spiking Flare to the upside. That's why you're seeing these spikes because it's got a couple of meme coins on there now, and when people took their profits, it goes back into Flare, and then you get these big old spikes, right? So this is going to be a really exciting time for Flare here. So and then we got our divvy coming. We got Monday. If you stake Flare, of course, the moment you stake your Flare, it wraps the wrap Flare, right? And so then you start getting your staking rewards there. If you're staking your Flare, and Mondays and Thursdays, and then you also get your divvy every on the 11th of every month, all the way till January 2026. You're gonna get a divvy payment on Flare. Wow, that's incredible. And then another one sleeper here is Chillaz. I've been talking about this since like 3 cents. We said it's gonna go all the way up to $1 for the Summer Olympics. It's at 15 cents now. If you missed that one, it is what it is, man. That's why Patreon and these videos are very important, right? Okay, so that's what's going on with everything there. Let's check out the Galaxy Station, see what's going on. Ooh, they got some new stuff here on Galaxy. Validate? What is this? Validator commissions? I don't know what to create, manage validators. Okay, that's interesting. They got some new stuff here on Galaxy Station. They must have did an upgrade. Galaxy Station Hexagon crew must have did an upgrade here. They got some new stuff here. I'm not even connected here, but because I don't use this computer to connect anything. This is my work computer. So, but they got some new things here on Galaxy. Let me click on here to see what's going on. Yeah, look at that Galaxy Station looking kind of sleek here. All right, good. And look at that, they got some new stuff here. Let me click here. Actually, let's go back. Let me see. You can't. Dang. Okay. It is what it is. All right. So I clicked on Terra Classic beforehand, but you can see, yeah, we on deposits here. You can see they give you the percentage. You don't have to click on it to know what the percentage is. So Tombstone and Jesus Lord Validator 2 is at 33%, and then Establish a Terra Classic team is at 20% deposited. So they're not live yet. They got this ends in 12 days. This ends in 3 days. So most likely this is going to be rejected, and this one is on its way to being actually passed because it's already at 20% with 12 days ago. So it could pass here. But this one only has 3 days ago, so somebody's gonna have to fund that quickly. But I think the overall community is already saying, look, this is not fair. Don't do this, right? So if you're gonna do it for all validators, and put a proposal for all validators that have multiple nodes and that are running multiple validators, and say, look, we don't really want this for the chain, right? Don't just point out one person and try to stick to one person. It's not fair. But nothing on DeFi is fair. We understand that, but this is a governance community, so so we can it is what it is. All right, 27 million there in burns today, and 9,995 today in burns as well. 1.4 million on a week. So we had a great week burning USDC this week. Even though volume was down big, we're still burning. What we could, like I said before, what we could do is just artificially on the blockchain bring UST down to a certain level, right? And then buy it up and burn it, like and then and then repay get the $1. Like we could do that if we wanted to, but I guess people don't want to do that. Okay, whatever. It is what it is. Lunk 131, and we got 451 there on the Oracle pool. So just continue to go down, 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 down. And especially when volume is low. If volume is low and we're not replenishing it, this is going to go down a lot faster, right? So volume is low right now, right? Community pool, complete opposite to the upside. And look at that. And so you got 4.9 billion in there, and you got 11 million in there. Okay. And then you got now let's look at the stacks first. You got 214 coming in there, and burn it all 7.7873 there. Terra Casino, nice, and the rest of the guys. DF Lunk did not burn in the last 24 hours. That's interesting. All right, so Terra V2 burned, and then somebody else burned. All right, it's the first time not seeing DF Lunk on here in burning in the last 24 hours. That's the first time in a long time. LungClassicLabs.com is the leader with 552 million added. So that's pretty cool for them. And then All Nodes lost 226 million. Okay, so they lead there on the loser side. And man, they're still not being able to fix this problem. I'm not sure why. 130 misses there, and then you guys can see the rest of these guys here that are missing signatures as well. All right. So hope you guys are doing well. And talk to you guys in the next video. Here are the validators. Some of them are good. Some of them are bad. Some of them are in between. It's up to you to decide who is who. Okay. So you can see that the voting powers have dropped significantly over the last 6 months. And I told you guys that was going to happen, but we haven't hit that 305 yet. When we hit that 305, right? When we get up there and everybody's and half the community's undelegating, then you'll see a monsoon of voting power absolutely coming down significantly, right? And I told you guys at least 2 or 3 out of these top 10 are going to literally come out of the top 10 and flush, right? Because there's people in some of these validators that are ready to cash out at 0.00305306, 306, right? And they're ready to go, right? So and we don't blame them. Everybody has their own bus stop, and if your bus stop is 305, then you might get it in April. I might get it by the end of April. We might get that 305. All depends on the Doquan situation and if he can get set free and the halvening and all these other things, right? So we will see how it all plays out. All right, that's it. Peace out. God bless. See you guys next video. Let's stroll down and thank all the validators that are securing the blockchain, and let's keep it moving, man. All right. So I hope you guys are doing well, and I'll see you guys next video. Enjoy the Final Four. Understand that is rigged. Understand sports is rigged. Don't worry about it, man. Just enjoy the game, for what it is, and just enjoy life. Don't make it a big deal. All right. So it is what it is. Peace out. God bless. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.